and welcome back to my channel. So today's tutorial is focused on this eye look right here. This is a tutorial / review type of tutorial. So if you want to see how I created this, then keep watching. So just before we start getting into this eye look that I created, I'm reviewing the LMD Master Palette. This is in collaboration with Bperfect Cosmetics. I was very kindly sent out this palette, so I'm just going to go straight in and let you see what it's like. It was sent in this lovely wee bag right here, which I love because it was filled with like little sparkly stuff at the bottom. And they sent me their new concealer that I didn't know that they had, and they sent me out their Bperfect Cosmetics semi-permanent brow powders, which I did use today and I like. They also come with, which I find quite exciting and quite fun to do. I tried these the other day and really enjoyed it. They come with stencils, so you can put it like on your brow like this and you can just brush on the product. And I was able to go to the gym and come back and I sweat quite a bit and it's still there. So if anybody doesn't like full eyebrows and just want maybe colour on their eyebrows, this would work. Palette gets used quite a bit. I'm going to be embarrassed opening this. Sorry LMD and Bperfect Cosmetics, forgive me. It's a mess. I did actually clean it a wee bit, it was worse than this. So you can obviously see I really love their sculpting powders. So while this is open, I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about this palette. So on the back it just tells you like the ingredients and stuff, and it is magnet, which I love as well because you can pop it into your bag and you're not going to worry about this going anywhere. They have in the palette, they have all your nice brown tones. In fact, you know what, I'm going to show you this palette, what it really looks like actually, because this is embarrassing. I'm going to open the new one. This is what it looks like. This is what it should look like, but when you use it like as much as I did, it's not going to whiz it like that. So on this side here they have their nice brown tones, and then at the bottom they have nice shimmery tones, which is Loyal and Rustic at the bottom. Then they have your highlight in the middle, you have your contour, and then you have your blush. Please ignore my nails, I have lost all three on that hand. And then on this side that caught my eye the most, of course, because I love colour and anything bright and in your face, which is these shades right here. This right here will probably be my favourite shade. What I will say about this palette is, yes, there is fallout, and I'm not going to say that there isn't, because there is. And when I go to use this palette, I make sure that I do my eyes first and my base second, but that doesn't stop me from using this palette. That's the God's honest truth. I think they're super pigmented, and that's why there is some fallout. But any palettes that I use, like especially the Jaclyn Hill one, I get quite a bit of fallout with that as well, and it doesn't bother me in the slightest. So I'm going to hold these up and let you see what the comparison is. I'm going to read out a bit about this palette and about the prices and a wee bit more about it. And I just think this was really interesting when I read this, because I thought, why, of course everyone else is going to want to know a bit more about this palette if they see this tutorial and think, well, I might actually buy this now after knowing this. She's wrote a bit about this palette, which I think is really nice. She said, when I thought about bringing out this master palette with Bperfect, I thought, how can I bring something amazing that everyone can use at any age, which is legit. Anyone can use this at any age and any stage of makeup, at any level. The colours I chose are very personal to me, as I work every day with clients and I know what makes the eyes stand out, which is important in a palette because we all want a shade to match every eye colour. From the glam look to the natural look, and also to the wedding look, which I have took this to weddings and I have used because I would do quite a lot of weddings, and I use this palette and it's perfectly fine. This palette can do everything for everybody, which is why it's an amazing palette for makeup artists and the everyday girl and boy. I would definitely recommend this palette in your kit, especially if you're a makeup artist, because you can do pretty much anything with this. You can mix colours to make different colours, which I did on my eye right here. And which could be used for eyeshadow but also as highlight, which I have used today in the tutorial, and you'll see it. Let's go and do the tutorial. Bye! So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my concealer from Revolution Conceal and Define. I'm sure you have heard a lot about this concealer, so there's no real need for me to talk a lot about this. So the first shade that I'm going to go in with in the palette is Pretty, right here. And I'm going in with my fluffy brush from Inva, and I am going to do backwards and forward motion. This will always be your first colour, so it's going to be your lightest colour, it's going to be the softest colour, and it's going to help you blend the whole way throughout. You're going to repeat this process until I'm happy enough with that transition shade, then I will build it up. Now I'm going to go into the palette and I'm going to use the shade Louise, which is right here, which means that these eyeshadows are super pigmented. So honestly, when I say just dip your brush into these, it's the truth. So I'm taking this shade right here and I'm going to start pushing this the whole way around my crease, focusing only on my crease and above it, as this is a spotlight eye, so we want these colours to really stay on the crease. So I'm going to go back in with my transition colour, which is Pretty from the palette, and I'm going to help buff this Louise shadow. Blends in perfect. So I'm going back in with Louise and I'm going to keep doing this process until it is as deep as the other eye right here. This black colour on the palette is super pigmented. Yes, you might get some fallout, but that's just nothing that really bothers me. Like, doesn't bother me at all, hence the why I do my eyes first. So when you do this, make sure you're literally just touching your brush onto this, because these are super pigmented, and once you put the black on, that's it. So I'm going to work this at the corners first, and then I'm going to go through my crease. Above the eyeshadows that I have already put there, you want to keep it in your crease. So now what I'm doing to help blend that out, I'm going to go in with the shade Peachy from the palette right here, and I am going to take that on my 6S. Went off camera and added some black gel liner and used the same eyeshadows from the palette as I used on the top and bring them down to the bottom. So what I'm going to do now is, as you can see, this bit right here looks quite harsh, but we want that to be harsh with the spotlight, because once you set the concealer you want to see them colours that you've applied on your eye. You don't want them to be too diffused so that you can't actually see them, if that makes sense. If it doesn't, then stop it. When you're doing a spotlight eye, I suggest you have a brush like this one, which is nice and rounded like so. And before I do my spotlight eye, I always squish my brush together so it's super flat like this, so it's going to be so precise and just fit on my lid like this. I'm going to take this brush, and as you can see I have made it really flat and rounded, and I'm going to put it around about here. So make sure when you're doing a spotlight that it's directly in the middle and it's not over here, because you don't want your eye to look like it's coming from there. It has to be right in the middle. That's your nubble. So I'm just going back in with the same colour Louise and Neor from the palette, and I'm going to start bringing them eyeshadows back in. take this on my brow bone just to highlight it. I usually do this at the start, but so I applied my foundation and I'm going to show you how I do the rest of my base. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go with the Bperfect Cosmetics Concealer. This is a twisty concealer and I'm going to just dab this on your this. As you can see, it's lovely jello. The consistency is so nice. I love the applicator actually because this saves time and brushes. Use this twice from the set mate, so this is like real first impressions of this basically, and it's really nice. It's super lightning, isn't it? It's like whoa. I hate concealers that you put on and then go back over and ready to do your other eye and it's like, oh, dried. And then when you go to blend it in, it's like these marks and it's super annoying. Okay, so I think I put too much in the other eye, which is okay because I'll learn from that. You honestly only need like these ones. The thing I'm going to go in with is the contour powder in this palette, which you will know by looking at this. I adore. If you know me, you will know this. I have a drawer full of highlighters. I'm obsessed with them, ready to be blinded. Super creamy, super buttery, yellowy, goldy, and I used it for my brow so it kind of connects in, and it's like the same on the other side. I know this is a lot of highlighter, I know it's a lot of makeup, I know, and I promise you my next tutorial won't be like this one. So now for lips is my same old collection lip definer in Cappuccino. I really liked making this tutorial, and this was my first kind of review tutorial. I haven't done anything like this before, so I hope you enjoyed it. I was quite nervous because this eye look I only practiced like 2 days ago. I was like, oh, I really like it, but can I record it? But I done my best, and I hope you enjoyed it. Also, while I'm here, before I go, I do understand my looks have been quite out there and maybe not for everybody's taste, as this is a lot of makeup. This eye look is a lot of makeup, but this is kind of what I enjoy doing. In my next tutorials, I'm going to bring it down a bit, and I'm going to do something more subtle and more maybe easier to follow. So I apologise if it's not perfect. Until then,